Welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
Hey everybody, it's Kat.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. My partner in the home is off dancing, so I feel free to be as loud as I want.
All right.
How's it going, everybody? Hi. Hey, everybody. Get on out of that waiting room, folks. Climb on into the elevator. We're going all the way up to the 10th floor to talk about this week's General Hospital. Hi.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on? Rochelle is here. Janet, hi. I think they're ending over there on the Suds Media channel, so I'm sure we'll have some spillover once they're done over there.
Yep.
And we get into this week's GH. I'm so excited to talk about it. General Hospital's been so good, Mother.
It has.
It has been. Like, over the last several weeks, it's been super good.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. Hey, can you do me a favor during this broadcast, since there was a little interruptions during the last one that I didn't know about?
Mm-hmm.
You know, give me like pull in your ear or something. You know, give me a little signal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Kelly. How's it going? Oh my gosh. GH, it's been so good over the last couple of weeks. It's been so good over the last couple of months. I want to say that, like, I don't know, ever since they decided that they're going to kill off Sam, GH has been super good. Like, I'm not saying because they've decided
No,
to
of
kill off
course not.
Sam, it's been super good. I'm saying that the inspiration of that story and everything that has kind of come and proliferated around it
Mm-hmm.
has been really enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've done a great job. I think, I mean, it's happened, and now it's pushing the Christina and Ava thing forward, because now Christina is more hell-bent on revenge. I have to make my survival mean something, since Sam isn't with us, and I survived my big fall. I survived a car accident. Hi, Dad?
Yeah, I don't know why you popped in.
Hey, Father. Hi.
I'm
Daddy
in my little room, so he's gone.
Daddy T. So so Sam's death has pushed that forward. It's brought Lucky and Isiah in, and that's kind of inspired some things with Jordan, with Terry, with Elizabeth, with even with now you know, Sam not being there, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
And now new conflict, which I knew was coming, and I love it, between, and we saw, I just saw it now on Friday, between Jason and Carly, where Carly's like, listen, man, by the way, you can't do this anymore. I don't know if you realize that over the last couple of days, Jason, but you're what your kids have now.
Exactly.
You can't rely on Sam being there, because she's
Right.
not. You can't
Right.
get thrown into jail. You can't
No.
beat up Drew. You can't beat up your son's sister's father.
Right. You can't have Scout and Danny get woke up, come downstairs to see their two dads, their dad and their uncle, scrapping.
No. Well, they
That's
were upstairs.
stupid.
Jason, you are not 22.
Man, oh man.
Oh my God, you can't get thrown into jail. I mean, now this is also going to call into question, he's going to have to consider his association with Sonny, what he can do for Sonny. How deep can he get in with Sonny? Can he take somebody to the Pine Barrens now? Probably not.
No, he
What if,
cannot.
you know, what if Scout jumps in the back of the pickup, you know, and hides underneath the tarp and sees the whole thing?
Even though Lucky said if he was working for Sonny, he would want a legitimate job, I kind of think that Lucky may wind up being
But he wants a
Sonny's
legitimate job.
sidekick.
But he wants a legitimate job.
But I think he'll just be slowly drawn in.
Maybe. I mean, that would be an interesting little thing. That would be an interesting little switcheroony. But it's not like Luke and Sonny weren't heavily involved with each other from time to time.
Luke and Sonny had plenty of capers together, and they were very, very good friends.
They were best good friends.
They were very good friends, and they had plenty of capers and underhanded things together. You usually painted for the greater good.
Yes.
But
Yes. Hello, Jeannie. Hello, Elegant. Hello, Sandra, Kelly, Carolyn, Lee, Lola's mom.
hello, everybody.
Hi. Hey, I love Jason this week, says Rochelle. He gave no F's about knocking out Drew.
I mean, I've heard a lot. I've seen and read, and heard a lot of criticism
Mm-hmm.
over the whole fight thing. Um,
Who doesn't love a little sprinkle of soap violence, though?
but Mama Cat loves her some
Not,
soap violence.
oh goodness gracious, Ma. This must have been like a delight for you. I can only imagine because when somebody hits somebody once on the show, you always want them to hit them again. And this one
Yes,
was a scrap.
it was a little bit of a scrap. Thank God for Ned, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, and then they pulled out like Brooklyn came out, Lois was there. Like I love the little
I was
sprinkle.
so okay. Was it the best fight scene you've ever seen on television? No, it wasn't. But was it delightful and entertaining for me? Yes, it was.
It's maybe it's just my pro wrestling background, because I know what a fake fight is supposed to look like. It was just the straight angular movements of Drew. Just
Mhm.
it removes a lot of realism, which then takes away a lot of the potential impact of said blow for the audience. There's no power in what it's it's great for Broadway. Like if you were doing that perfect for the stage, not so good
Mhm.
for a camera that's a little more up close. You gotta get a little
Got
shoulder
a little
action in
shoulder in it,
there.
huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
A little shoulder in there.
a little more
Also,
hook.
just this block here with your forearm is just it's a really fake block. It's a not believable block, so you can't really, because it really hurts. Like this isn't a good place to take a blow. It hurts. You
Yeah,
got to get in there. You got to get into his elbow. You got to get up into the shoulder, something like that, to just bring a little more
mhm,
momentum into the
right.
block. Try to knock your opponent off
A
balance.
little more
Maybe,
velocity.
yeah, maybe break his guard so you can come in with that good shoulder movement, right? To come across with a bam. But other than that.
And I also
Fun.
got the impression, I could be wrong. I got the impression that they didn't have stunt doubles.
No, that was
I
them.
think that was really Steve and Cameron.
Yeah, you don't need stunt doubles for a fake fight like that. Nobody was going through a table. This wasn't like Charmed where people were getting thrown through walls.
Well, no, but Jason did put his noggin on that marble table at the end.
Meh,
Wham! I loved it.
it's fun.
I did.
Oh gosh, you need to
I
talk to.
did.
You need to talk to. I'm
And
fine.
I thought about Steve Burton, because
Yeah.
Steve Burton, that look he has, that look, that look he has,
Yeah.
I would just think about his kiddos, okay?
Hmm.
McKenna and little Jack and Brooklyn. I would think if Steve Burton gave them that Jason look, they would say, "Oh, damn, I better listen."
Oh dear. Hi,
I better
Laura.
listen.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. And then later on, I love Jason's scene with Rick when Rick dared Jason to deck him, and Jason raised his hand and Rick flinched. Says
It
Kelly.
was awesome. It was awesome. And it was awesome too when he said, "You want to hit me?" And Jason said, "Who doesn't?"
So this must have been a portion of Friday that
It
I
was.
didn't see. So
Yeah, he said,
yeah.
"You want to hit me, huh? Who doesn't?"
I'm a super busy guy, and so I ran out of time to watch Friday, and so I crammed a little bit of it in before the podcast. So I missed that
Right.
particular sequence, but that sounds really fun.
It was good. It was good.
I
Catch
like
up
how
with it.
Rick's
Go
getting
ahead.
involved,
Yeah.
and then Drew also calling him on, like, well, why do you hate Jason so much? Is it because he's around with Sonny? Just good stuff. Good stuff. It was
Oh.
not Carly's business on what went on between Jason and Drew, says Kelly. I mean, I would say that historically speaking, anything that is Carly's business is Jason's business, and anything that's Jason's business is Carly's business.
Kind of what we've been shown through the
You know,
years. Through the years, it's kind of what we've been shown.
they don't give each other space. Maybe they should. Maybe they should more often. Maybe that would be more healthy of a relationship for the two of them. But they
Mm-hmm.
classically just are like, well, I'm gonna go clean up your mess. All right, good. I'm gonna go clean up yours. Well, we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
trade off cleaning up each other's messes while we
Yep.
angrily growl at each other and then forgive each other. You
But it does.
know?
But you're right, though. You're right. It does present a little bit of trouble in Carly's mind of possible paradise.
Where she can have Jason and Drew. Just wrapped around both fingers.
Well, I loved all
Shun.
that, and I love the fact that it happened in the foyer of the Corderay Mansion. I love that too. I
Oh,
I
it's
liked
good
it.
stuff. It is good
I
stuff.
liked it. I liked it, but it made me think this, Matt. It made
Hmm.
me think this. Maybe we were, I thought maybe that we were getting the creepster effect from Drew, that wasn't what they were really trying to represent when he was a creepster. But maybe we were supposed to think of him as just an
Oh,
icky creepster
it's an icky
because
creepster now.
because it was supposed to build up to Jason whooping on him.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but I think this week we saw maybe a change in intention. Because you know what, this stuff does take time, folks. It does. It does. The show's not live. They didn't record it yesterday. It's a pretty quick turnover, but 5 weeks is from filming to broadcast, not from writing to broadcast.
And I don't know, maybe you guys saw some of it too, saw a little bit too, but I
Hmm.
saw a little strip of Steve Burton on set.
Yeah.
He was walking around set talking to the audience.
Yeah.
Everything's Christmas out.
Yeah, I love it. I love
Everything,
it.
all
Oh,
he walked through, he walked through the main hallway there.
yeah.
And so you could see the sets as he walked.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas out. They
Yeah.
are filming Christmas right now.
I love it. I love it. I love it, and I knew it. But just real quick, when people comment and they make these connections, and the people who make the show realize that the audience might be misinterpreting what their intention was, it's a
Mm-hmm.
little easier for the people behind the cameras to see the show unfolding in what they intended it to be, because that's what they intended it to be. So they might be blind to something that the audience is interpreting as different than their intention, like Drew being creepy. So I think what we saw this week was the story shifting from this weird romance angle that we weren't buying into Drew being creepy, and I will tell you exactly when that came in. It's when he was talking to Willow and telling her what her tell was for lying, and saying, just stay away from me, and he walks up behind her and whispers into her ear, "You're blushing." Like,
Yeah.
holy smokes, I got the, like, I just got the creeps. Like, it went down my spine, it did.
You
So,
predator.
oh, it was
Man.
real gross. It was so gross. So I really think that the show shifted this week, and this fight and all of this just intense soapy goodness that is happening right
I
now.
This is okay for a little
Yeah.
more violence for Drew. This is what
Oh
I
my
want.
goodness. Go ahead.
Drew, Jason needs to hook him in his arms from behind and tell Michael, give him a shot.
Bam.
Bam.
Bam. Willow, get in here. Free shots.
Free
Wham.
shots for everybody.
Ned. Ned. Ned.
Right? Amelia, don't you worry. And Uncle Drew
He crawls in.
Why don't we kick him in the knee?
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my god. We should write. We should write for the show.
I just loved it.
Oh my god. Elizabeth Cordy, I know you're watching. I know you're watching. Hi. Say hello in the chat for us.
Oh, I have missed the Quartermain house being full of this kind of stuff.
This is
It is so delicious.
Oh,
It's
good.
so delicious. And it cracked me up. It
Mhm.
cracked me up that Nina needs to run and go get her daughter to take care of Dum Dum's eye. And there's a full-fledged doctor right upstairs.
Well, we can't concern Monica. We can't worry Monica. Honestly, the way that they handled that made me really worried for Monica, honestly, because they're like, we can't let Monica know. We can't have her be concerned about this. Like, can she not handle stress right now? Is she up there with an IV in her arm? I need details now about Monica.
Right? The twins kicking each other's ass will send her over the edge.
Right. So what's going on with Monica? Somebody tell me what's happening with Monica Quartermain,
It
please.
just made me laugh though. They got run and go get poor old Willow.
Oh my gosh.
With her nursing,
Yes, but that gives, of course, the chance for Michael to be on the outside of the door, listening to her give aid to this man that she boned in the nursery.
Now, okay, Michael, sure enough, You gave her the bait of honesty. Oh, girl, be honest, be honest, be honest. Save our marriage, be honest. Well, he wasn't talking about Sasha.
Maybe he would have if she would have
Maybe he
said,
would
I
have.
just screwed Drew Q for you.
Screwed you, Drew Q.
Uh,
Also known as Uncle Drew. Oh my gosh.
oh,
Oh
gosh.
my
Oh,
gosh. Yes,
yes.
it was campy. It wasn't all that clean,
Oh, yes.
but I liked it a lot.
Yes, of course. It was great. It was great. It was great. Wait, come on. It's a soap opera. What do you expect? Them to do it like I said?
I don't know. Did they do it in one take? Maybe they did.
Probably. Come on now.
But yeah, actually, Matt, the one part of the fight that you described was what made it me.
Kind of a little hokey there, but the rest of it was all right. We got
I
started
thought
well.
Steve's part was good.
Listen here. Okay, I somehow missed it on my first watch, but I went back a little bit and saw a clip as well on the old Twitter box, and of Jason's bitch slap that started it all. Just, oh my God, that was so good. He just like, hey, what's going on, man? What's going on, brother? Bam, just wordless.
And I tell you, I've seen from life. That's the best way to win. Do not posture. Do not take off your earrings. Do not take off your jacket. Do not posture. Just knock the crap out of them.
I've heard the same advice. I've heard the same advice from someone else I know very well that's been in a number of fights in their youth. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, when it's on, just go. Like, hit me first. Okay, bam, done. All right, we're moving on because I caught a tremendous free shot, cracked you across the jaw, and you're down. So, great.
And I don't look at it as like a cheap shot. I look at it as no posturing. Let's go.
Well, the chat is suggesting that Leslie Charleston has fallen, I guess, pretty ill. I guess I don't know exactly what that means. The extent could just be elderly illness, or it's just difficult to be around. So maybe they're suggesting and saying that they're kind of writing that as Monica's situation as well. I don't know what General Hospital's intent and end is with that in sight, but I guess right now we're considering maybe Monica in her twilight.
Okay.
To a degree, like still, you could still go up there and talk to her and stuff, but she's really not coming downstairs anymore. No, she's not on the board anymore.
Yeah, and it almost haven't said anything, but it almost feels like a hospice.
Kind of, maybe. I don't know. I mean, hey, this is real though. This is a pretty real take, I think. I mean, this kind of just happens to a lot of people. So yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah, our bodies wear out. That's for dang sure.
Yeah, and it always comes for some good drama. Well, maybe we'll have some great flashback times. All sorts of stuff. I don't know. Some good memories to look forward to. Let's see. Hi, Michelle. Drew is still upset about the Carly breakup, suggests Daisy. If he and Carly were still together, would he be interested in Willow? I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with I don't know what they're going to do with the. I'm kind of thinking that Drew's on his way out, sort of.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to DC.
Yeah, so I think,
said so.
Drew's on his way out. He'll be leaving.
Yeah.
And I think that Cameron's going to be popping in and out of Port Charles.
Yeah.
Cameron Matheson be popping in and out.
Oh, yeah.
Sending him off. As a creepster, aren't we ready for him to go? I mean, kind of,
Goodbye, politician. You're going to fit right in DC.
And the fact that they coincided the creepster with the politician story. I mean, it's just so current.
Chandra runs to the 10th floor, drops off pizzas, and then runs back to the basketball game. Thank you very much, Chandra, for the pizza.
Oh, thank you.
What did Sam McCall leave for her mom, Alexis Davis, in her will? Asks LaShawn. I don't know.
Well, they showed us the cover of her will last week that we saw that she indeed has one, but they haven't cracked it open for us yet.
We're probably going to find out next week during the funeral. I mean, they made a point to say the night before Sam's funeral.
I think there's going to be like a secret build. Something juicy in there. There's got to be.
my goodness. I'm not really Danny's mom. Danny's Lulu's. What?
Crazier things have been told.
I know, right? I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. There's some sort of crazy secret then, maybe, Yeah. Since I'm a Jerome heiress, I actually have had billions of dollars. Jasper Jacks is dead and his body's buried. I don't know.
Pine Barrens.
In the Pine Barrens. In the Barren Pines. In the Barren Pines. I don't know. I leave my entire estate to Cody. I don't
It's
know.
gonna be I think there's just gonna be something revealing in there.
Yeah. Well, sure I'm sure she was fine financially, but they didn't present her as like a mega rich super millionaire who people would be like fighting over her estate or anything like
No,
that.
of course not. Of course not. However,
Maybe she can leave provisions to childcare.
I bet she does.
Oh, that'll be the thing.
That'll be the thing. I think folks are going to wind up fighting over Danny and Scout.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I think Dante and Alexis and then Jason and Drew, like, I don't know, maybe not. I don't know what's going on with Drew. I really can't predict his future. But yeah, I think there will be conflict there for sure. I think Dante will have to bow out early on because he is the weakest case.
Well, he doesn't really have any rights to those two children. He has rights to Rocco.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have any rights to Scout or Danny.
Yeah.
Especially with both of their fathers being alive.
That's true.
He has no rights to them.
That's true. Ooh, Daisy.
Now,
Daisy's good with this prediction. I'll tell you in a minute.
I don't think that Scout and Danny should be separated.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Danny would be fine with his father.
Mm-hmm.
A little help with from Carly. But I think Danny would be fine with Jason.
Yes.
Scout does not belong with Jason.
No. In that situation,
but I don't want them separated either.
If Jason wants the three kids to stick together, his best option would be to move into the Quartermain house.
I'm screaming that at the TV. Yeah. Just move in, you dummy.
I mean, I think Elizabeth even suggested it at one point, like just move in with the Qs.
Yeah.
And it's I can see it. I can also see it as a cost cutting measure. How many characters can we move onto the Quartermain set? So we don't have to build any more apartments.
Yeah. Well, right now, Jason's staying above Bobby's, isn't he?
I'm not 100% sure exactly where Jason's
I actually saw him come in and go up the stairs.
Okay.
He's staying upstairs.
That makes sense. I mean, he's on.
That's where Rick went and talked to Jason. That was upstairs.
Yeah, a little tiny apartment set.
That was upstairs above.
I had a conversation with Danny there too. Hey, Tyrone and Aisha. Cindis, hello. All right, so Daisy here saying two things. Number one, with the kind of a little soap read, a read on the soap land. A positive one, not like a shady read, but reading the landscape, we'll say. It depends on when the will was drawn up. Was it during the Alexis drunk period? Oh, maybe she might not have been prepared to have updated her will since making some decisions previously.
True. She
might say Alexis
she did that during Alexis's drunk period of coming in the house and finding her passed out on the couch with vodka.
Mm-hmm.
Period. No, she would amend her will to not have those children wind up with passed out granny.
Yeah. And then Daisy also saying that Danny is older and he has a say in where he gets to go. The court would adding on to that, court would take his wants into consideration.
Yes, in most states, and they don't have to go with the wants of that person, but they do have an opportunity to voice their concerns and why they feel that way.
Yeah,
I think it's beyond 12 years old for the most part.
So we'll see. We'll see. Well,
Danny's going to want to be with his dad. Danny idolizes his dad.
Yeah, he wants to be with his dad.
He thinks his dad's the coolest dude he's ever seen.
The coolest guy. Like, look at that leather jacket and that motorcycle.
Uh-huh.
Now mom's
and
out
look
here
at
to say
man, he kicks ass too.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I wish I saw you beat up Uncle Drew.
It would, I don't know. it's not the healthiest thing, but I would have loved it anyway. If
Mm-hmm.
Danny would have been up at the top of the stairs, hey, Dad.
Hit him again. Oh, goodness gracious. Why would Drew hire Rick, the guy who passed Hayden off as Jake Doe's wife? Because that was a different actor.
And because Slick Rick is dirty but slick.
Because Drew knows that Rick will do what it takes
And
to get
he's
Jason to
smarmy,
shut
but
up.
he's so dang smart. You know what Alexis says about everything about Rick, and warning her daughter Christina about Rick?
Mm-hmm.
She's so right. She knows Rick very well.
Yeah.
She knows Rick well.
Oh, yeah.
Rick is as good a lawyer as she is.
He might even be a better lawyer, even.
He might be, but he has some, he's got some underhanded stuff.
He takes the cases that make him look like an a-hole.
Yes. But he's so smart about it.
He really wants to press
and like Alexis says to
Mhm.
Christina, don't play into his hand. He's.
Oh, I'm too smart for that, Mom. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I'm just going to say this straight up. You're going to fall right into a trap, okay? Like, I need you to not have any question.
You already have. He baited you at the restaurant, and you fell for it. He's manipulating you, and you didn't even know it because he's that damn good at it, right?
Yes.
I don't want Rick to leave. Actually, I'm enjoying him very much.
Yeah, I want him to stay as well. Tyrone saying, "Slick Rick's bag of tricks."
Right?
Yes.
He's awesome. He's awesome.
Oh.
I hope he has more scenes with Sonny because I just love the antagonism between the two of them, and I love that Rick's smarter than Sonny actually.
Mm-hmm. Shows it on a regular basis.
He does.
Sonny's more passionate though, all right.
But he's just he and Ava are just actually a really good match.
I do enjoy them together.
Do some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them love to stir the pot and then step away.
Yeah. I love it. I do enjoy it. I like them together. I enjoy what they do with one another. I like how the two actors bounce their characters off of one another.
And I have to say, I've never seen Maura West look better. She's absolutely stunning on the TV this week.
Oh my goodness.
I've never seen her look better.
Congratulations, Maura West, for being so gorgeous.
She's just so gorgeous.
I loved the dinner scene, of course, between Ava and Rick this week. Going over the case and talking about going on the stand. Drama there, pulling out, and then she giving that impassioned speech the way that Maura West can.
Yes.
I mean, when it comes to a neutral character, there's nobody better than Maura West.
And it was kind of cool, too, because Alexis' conversation with Christina basically doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And Ava and Rick.
Uh-huh.
Same time.
Kind of, yeah, at the same time. And so we get we get to show how Ava, you gotta believe her. She would never. After Kiki, I would never. You gotta believe her. That wasn't.
Well, I do believe her.
Yeah.
I mean, and she did know, as we know,
she didn't do anything.
Did not toss her through that window.
No. Even but even then, to even call it into question,
And what she was saying too, I should have never moved those damn suitcases.
Mm-hmm. She
should have left it where it was.
Yes.
Should have not done anything for Kate's. What was I thinking?
Well, she didn't know that he was going to kill her at the time.
Right?
The writers didn't know that he was going to kill her at the time either.
No.
Maura West was fabulous this week, and Mama Cat, she looked beautiful, says Rochelle.
Yeah. And I like that they let her I don't know, either she got some growth serum for that hair or she got a few extensions. But because it went from a tight bob to shorter length pretty quick, it seemed like, but I just love it. It looks fabulous.
And you know what? When it comes to two actors and two characters who would be believable when it comes to like smooching one another, I believe it between Ava and Rick.
Oh yeah.
I believe it.
And they've got some good similarities too. For one thing, they both love Sonny but hate him.
Yes. That's a perfect way of describing it. Absolutely. Because I'm thinking about like Jordan and Isiah, or other couples that are potential on there. Even Sunny and Nina at some point, like there was points where I just didn't, they were kissing. I understood why. I was there for the ride. I wasn't not sold on the relationship, but then I wasn't also like, these two people kissing each other doesn't look right sometimes, you know?
Yeah,
But I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
I'm gonna really feel that way about Natalia and Sonny when they start smooching.
so
I
you
just
know what
don't
I'm talking
believe
about.
it.
I'm
I don't
not.
believe it.
I'm not necessarily not on the train, but I'm not against the idea. But also at the same time, I'm not necessarily
Well, I'm
believing
not
it.
against, but I haven't been convinced.
Exactly. But I'm already convinced with Ava and Rick.
Yeah, me
You
too.
know, I like Isaiah and Jordan together, but I haven't seen what their physical chemistry might be like. What if it looks like two cousins kissing? I don't know.
I think Isaiah and Jordan are a pretty good fit. I do.
I do think that they are leaping off the screen, though. Of all of the Kim testing they kind of sort of a little bit been doing, and
Hmm.
the exaggerated Kim testing that Twitter wants to believe is happening between like Lucas and Isaiah and such, uh, I think he absolutely is the best match with Jordan. I think that they have a lot of they got a lot of pizzazz.
And they look beautiful on the screen together.
Oh my gosh, there is really like Mark Teschner. You have done it again when it comes to this cast. All right, not only is Tanisha Harper amongst one of the most beautiful people that's ever been on daytime. Like sincerely.
He's
But
so lovely.
Isaiah Gannon, and I don't remember his name right now, and that's my failing as a very unprofessional podcaster. Um, oh well. Somebody will tell me in a moment. Uh, just handsome, and also he's got a great voice.
He does.
There's the way that he emotes through his voice. There's a lot of like just reality to how he speaks.
And I like him a lot more than when they had Zeke run through a couple of times,
Mm-hmm.
I like Isaiah a lot better.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do.
And when it comes to introducing this character into General Hospital, they haven't done a better job in my memory. I mean, like my recent memory. For him being not like Finn's brother, Chase, or
Mhm.
something immediate like that.
Mhm.
Brooklyn's back in town, like these are the
Mhm.
kind of the
Mhm.
things that I've seen for somebody who's completely unconnected and comes
Brand
in
new character.
connected to somebody who hasn't been on the show in 10 years.
And another thing that General Hospital has done with this character that they have failed with in the past when they introduce a new character, and I'll
Yeah.
give you the biggest example is Hat Daddy.
So
They'll
Wendy
show
Wilson,
us the
thank you.
same scene for 3 months.
They haven't done that at
They
all.
have not done that with
Not at
this
all.
guy.
Not at all. No. So Wendy Wilson plays Isaiah. Thank you very much, Kelly. So goodness gracious. Like they've done a great job when it comes to introducing Isaiah. It has been interesting. It's been slow enough, but good enough.
Mhm.
It hasn't been like here's Isaiah, here's Isaiah, here's Isaiah, but he's come in, and we established his skill, his need. We've gotten
Mhm.
the job offer. He's
And
made a
we
little
know that
friend
he's and
here.
we know that he's got a big ego and thinks he's hot. He's hot
Right.
stuff.
And so now we gotta, play into that at the hospital as he has maybe a rivalry with another doctor, like a Lucas or a TJ
Mhm.
or a new doctor character that might come through as
Mhm.
well.
Mhm.
Something like that. Just yeah, there's potential there. They've done a very good job on that.
Yep.
So a round of applause to General Hospital
Yep.
because I don't know
It's
about this
the
Kai
it's
fella, Ma. I gotta say.
it's one of the best introductions to a new character I've seen in a while.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what about this Kai fella?
What about this Kai fella? How you feeling about Kai?
Um, I think Kai's story is kind of true to life to some degree
Hmm.
when it comes to these star athletes coming into colleges and then they don't really have to go.
They don't do anything but play the sport that they brought into play.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm okay with it. What do
Yeah.
you think? I'm okay with it.
It's just it's so I'm fine. I made a little joke on
I
Twitter.
think Trina's a little over the top with the
Uh-huh.
whole.
For me, it just feels like a sitcom to a degree to me, a little bit. And I'm not. I don't mean that to be disparaging.
Uh-huh.
But the way that it's being kind of played, to me feels a little like, oops, oh, I spilled on you. Oh, you're my rival. Well, you've been keeping my grades down. Oh, I'm just a big dumb athlete. I don't know no better, but you're so pretty, I'm gonna try. Like it's a sitcom. It's a
Oh,
sitcom.
puppy,
You know,
I'm gonna cry.
it's fine. It's fine, but it's not what I expected, I guess. I don't know. Um and I guess I don't know. I'm I'll see how it goes. Because I'm not sitting here hating it. I
Hmm.
just don't know what to say yet.
I understand why you're saying that.
You know?
I this is one thing I will say for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, give give something, give
Something to Trina.
something. Give me Taviana on
Mm-hmm.
my screen.
Yes.
Don't ignore her so much that she hits the road, please.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of opportunity out there, and I'm not even just talking about Beyond the Gates, which everybody just keeps talking about. There's a big, wide landscape of soap operas out there, and also a wider landscape of Hollywood to explore as well. So yeah, give her something to keep her around. That would be
Exactly.
wonderful. 100%.
Exactly.
I'm definitely on that.
Because
Uh,
I don't see, I mean, of course, I don't know. I haven't spoke to Taviana, but I would think that
mm-hmm.
if they make her just they if they continue to have her be a supportive character, support, no big or arc of her own, and an opportunity flies by her,
Yeah.
why wouldn't she take it?
Yeah. She should.
She should.
She should, especially if the rumors are true that the pay is garbage. So yeah, you know.
And so, and I think a large fan base would be disappointed to see Tabiana Ali gone.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, I agree. I think that that when you want to, if you're trying to anchor any sort of audience or any sort of story around that age group, then yeah, you got to rely on Tabyana Ali and quite a bit. I would say that equal attention likely should be paid to Jocelyn and and Trina. Honestly,
I agree. I
like
agree. If
the stories of
they're
their
not going to
generation.
give
Yeah.
if they're not going to give her a believable relationship that we're going to pull for,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be in their
Yeah.
court for, um, give her something with Joss. Give her a storyline with Joss where they're doing something important. They're doing something exciting.
Yeah, something together. They're starting a business. They're
Ah,
graduating college. They've inherited something. Something's been given to them. Jax is like, oh, by the way, about this plot of land. There's a hospital on it. I don't know exactly what. Something. Yeah, I'm totally with you on that. And then all of the stories of that generation should be told through their eyes' perspectives. They should be the center characters that we're following.
and
I
since
would say. Mhm.
if Christina's never ever going to get her center off the ground, why not have the girls have something to do with it?
Yeah, something. I also here's what it is. Here's my biggest hesitation. I think I've just figured it out. I think when it comes to this whole Kai and Trina launching, is
Hmm.
it has been so obviously that this character is brought in to date Trina.
Yeah.
And then you compare it to, like Isiah, who's just the other person that we're talking about, recently introduced character who came in with multiple roads and multiple connections and more of a three-dimensional characterization and
Mhm.
reason for being a part of this ensemble cast.
Right.
So I think that's what it is. So if they can expand that a little bit, I'm not even saying, oh yeah, my uncle is so and so. I'm this person's nephew or anything like that.
Mhm.
Something something more because they named the guy Isaiah Gannon, but haven't talked nothing about Lambview.
Yeah, but we don't know if that's
Exactly.
it can be an overlooked uh it can't be just an overlooked coincidence. It
No,
can't.
no, no. It'll come into play eventually at one point,
Yeah.
or not.
I hope so.
Or like,
There's no
how
point in
long did
giving
it
the
take?
last name if it doesn't.
Well, how long did it take for us to find out that Ava was the daughter of Delia Ryan?
A long time.
So there we go.
A long time.
But that's a off General Hospital connection to another ABC soap.
Hmm.
So it could take a long time for them to mention. Oh yeah, by the way, my uncle's name is so and so Gannon, which we know from One Life to Live. You know. But I'm saying it's just not important. I'm not important. So there's ways to do it without saying I'm Robert Scorpio's daughter immediately. Like Sasha,
Right?
right? Right? Right? That came out a long
Yep.
time. Anyway, hi Stephanie. Hi Kaiwan. Ah, this is giving Tabby a bit of story, says Kelly, and that's absolutely true. And I'm happy to see her on there. What quality story too.
Yes.
I liked
Yes.
Molly and Isiah, says Charlie. I don't know. They're just. I think they're just trying to figure out what Molly's speed is outside of TJ, because they. Oh gosh, this is such a tragic end to their romance.
It is.
Because they're not going to feel necessarily heartbroken about it either. It's just kind of ending.
It is. It's like, well, where's my, like this week, when someone was asking TJ's, where's Molly? I don't know.
Yeah.
How's Molly feel? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. But then also, but like, I don't understand that either. I don't know if it's just because of how my personality is. Maybe I'm too pushy. Maybe I haven't experienced what this was, where it's just far too nerve-wracking to even talk to this person. Because I don't understand how you're not just like kind of at this point barging into their space to be like, hey, you need to tell me about what the hell is going on. Because at this point, I would be.
It seems like the two of them are just fully absorbed in the busyness of life.
Yep.
To try to kind of avoid a difficult conversation, because their stuff is falling apart.
But the thing is, like, TJ's aware of it, though, He's cognizant of it, but then, like, is taking no action to try to prevent it.
Right.
He's just kind of like...
And actually, Molly's out there confiding in everybody else but him.
Exactly. But she's not, because TJ's talking about how he's distant from her, and she's just talking about her problems. She's not talking about how she's distant from TJ. Nope. Maybe briefly, but not as in-depth as TJ is discussing it. So she might be a little less aware of the distance.
She might be a little less aware. She might care a little less too.
Yep. Poor Molly and TJ. They've been together such a long time, said Laura.
Yeah. Molly and TJ have been together since like they were 14.
Super couple status.
And the reason why they've been together for so long is because they just didn't write them angst. They kept them together. Right? How many years did we just have TJ behind the counter at Bobby's? Gosh. With Molly coming in with...
Oh, hey. You studying history this week, huh? Yes. Hi, Queen of the South. I'm happy to be around royalty. Goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Those poor sad kids. I feel like a jerk now though, Ma. I gotta tell you why. Because at one of those GH conventions, we were talking to Taj Bello at one of the Q&A things. I got up to the microphone.
Yep.
And I said, first I congratulated him on being a part of General Hospital's longest running super couple, since he and his character has been with Molly since they were teenagers. Yep. And then I also then asked him what it felt like to be the only Ashford to have a child who's going to know who their father is. He was very happy to talk about that. Yeah, but none of that came to pass.
And he said,
I feel like a jerk.
He told us as well that he wanted to see Molly and TJ survive.
Yeah, he wanted to see what was going to be like, because I also asked, I don't know, I guess there was time for me to ask 2 questions, I guess. There was 2 Q&As with him in it, but I don't remember. Yeah, I said, I asked him if you wanted to see what's next for Molly and TJ, or to see TJ play the field some. He's like, I want to see what's the future for them. But then, also at those events, right? Like, don't you always have to answer positively about the current coupling you're in?
Maybe, and perhaps it's not it's not the same. But you actually asked Kate as well. Did she want to be Snow White or the Evil Queen? And she said the Evil Queen.
Yeah, I did. Well, she's Evil Queen now.
Yeah, she is.
Oh my goodness gracious!
She's a evil queen that's been dropped on her head, not thinking.
She grew up under power lines. Ate paint chips as a child. Kelly with a big donation to us here on the 10th Floor Podcast. Thank you so much for your Canadian dollars.
Thank you.
I appreciate them. Don't let Kelly do it alone, folks. If you want to support the show, you can through YouTube Super Chats, super thanks, just click the little dollar bill icon. There might be a little heart with a dollar bill sign in it, something like that.
Something
But you can
like
click
that.
that. You absolutely can. All of that money is funded right back here into the show to upgrade the equipment and keep us on the air, keep us on
Hmm.
server space for audio platforms, and maybe even do something fun sometime. Like I've got these autographs to distribute from Day of Days and postage. Like that's a real thing, and that sort of stuff contributes to that. Speaking of Ma, we got all these Days of Our Lives autographs. How do you want to do that? Do you want to do something with those? Do you want to like? We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
We'll
out.
figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, yeah.
We will.
We'll talk.
We will. We
We'll
will.
talk. Let's see. The only storyline they ever gave them was TJ lost his V card to the girl whose gay brother worked at the hospital. But they got over that quickly. I don't even know what that story is, but I guess TJ didn't lose his V card to Molly.
I don't remember.
Mm.
I
TJ
don't
and Willow.
remember.
Ooh, Kaiwan likes TJ and Willow as a pair. Well, Willow might find herself single and available here before you know it.
She might. I think Michael's going to give her the boot, actually.
I feel like he is. Yeah. I don't think
I
we're
think
gonna get
Michael's going
a
to give her the boot. I do.
yeah, we're
I
not gonna
do.
get a Alan, or we're not gonna get an Alan and Monica between Michael and Willow. I think Michael's gonna be like, you snake.
Right.
I can't
Right.
believe that I allowed you to be the mother of Wiley. You are just like your
Now.
sister.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
The only difference between you and Nell is that you don't intend to murder me.
The only difference between you and Nell is you didn't try to pass off a dead baby.
Absolutely. Lee, you did contribute last week. You did through Buy Me a Coffee, which Chandra is usually here to share a link for. I totally got that, and I do remember thanking you last week, but you might have, I might have mumbled it, or you might not have been paying attention in that moment. But thank you again for a second time, Lee, for your contribution last week.
Hey, Matt, I haven't
Yes.
seen a herky jerky frozen thing yet.
That's great.
Okay?
I'm happy for that.
I've not seen it.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Molly also slept with Brando. That's super true.
She
She
sure,
did.
sure did.
She sure did.
I tell you what, that garage used to see some action.
Brando got it on in that garage, okay?
Yeah, he did. Oh, speaking of that real life kind of stuff a little
Yeah.
bit. Um his murderers were arrested and they pled guilty.
Yeah, they confessed to it. Case
They
closed,
confessed.
folks. Congratulations. I think that a lot of that, attention, and the fact that it was resolved, because if it wasn't for the continued attention, it could have just been like the soap guy that lost his life, in the
Mhm.
middle of the night one night, and then,
Mhm.
uh, you know,
Mhm.
one of those many tragedies that happen in Los Angeles.
Right, but
But justice for Johnny and marches and
yes,
attention and that sort of stuff very much kept a lot of things alive.
yeah, we got some justice for Johnny. It's awesome.
Yes, so thank you to everybody who contributed to that. If you donated money or marched or shared even a tweet to help us get these bad guys.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
wasn't everybody alone. So thank you. On
Mhm.
behalf of people I've never met, thank you. Michael's true love was Abby. I don't remember Abby. Who's Abby?
Wasn't Abby was one of I think Abby was his first victim of the death deed.
Oh, got it. Okay, so just kind of like a high school romance, and now she's
No,
gone.
no, it was early adult, but she was older than him.
Ooh, May December.
Yeah. It was like he was like 18. She was an adult. And I believe she was a stripper.
Oh. Hey, son,
if
I
I'm
mean, I
thinking,
understand, but also at the same time, like hit the brakes, son. Hit the brakes. I forgot about the Brando affair. Well, it was more of a Brando hookup.
yeah, it was a booty call.
Yeah, less of an affair. Johnny can now rest in peace, says Kelly. And I hope that he does.
I hope he does too.
I mean, it's great closure for the family and the friends and everybody that knew him.
Well, I'm glad that there's getting, some justice for his family that's still
Yeah.
grieving his loss,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, Abby was a stripper. She helped him when he came out of jail from when he killed
Yes.
Claudia.
when he came out of jail and was assaulted so horrendously in jail.
Well, it wasn't supposed to go that far, says Franco. You're just supposed to scare him. He wasn't supposed to actually do it. Oh, goodness. Was she the stripper he was seeing during the bus accident on the ski trip? I don't know
She
those
got
stories.
in an accident and she died.
Oh, well, there you go.
And so it was the first, yeah.
Oh, no, Michael, no. No.
So maybe Willow
Fast
is
forward down.
actually Willow cheating with Uncle Drew, perhaps was the bullet she dodged, and now she won't be killed by the
Oh,
daisy.
gosh, I don't know. Well, Sasha's still around. Sasha's made it so far, but Sasha's had a terrible existence.
Yes. And now, and what is she now? She and Willow are both what? Pregnant with
Oh,
Michael's
Michael's
child.
demon child. No, don't do it.
There's just no way that they wouldn't write it down.
Well, Sasha's definitely pregnant because of that doctor thing. Is there a
Yeah, when
possibility
they're
you might
not
be
getting,
pregnant?
oh, no X-ray.
I don't
Thank you.
think so. Well, maybe I should wait. Yeah, so Sasha's definitely with child.
Mhm.
That's a bummer. It's a bummer simply because I just don't want Michael to have 4 kids. That's all. That's all.
And
So
at
maybe
least Sasha,
Drew will be the daddy of Willow's kid.
at least Sasha will know who the father is. She didn't hook up with nobody else. Willow won't absolutely know.
No, Drew will wind up being the daddy. See, that way Michael only has 3 kids. Thank God. Thank God. But now we're blending the Quartermain and Scorpio bloodlines together with that, though. I don't know if I want that.
Yeah, and that hasn't happened before.
No, it hasn't. It's a whole untapped branch.
It
But
is.
it's not because of love. It's because of an illicit night, you know?
It makes it all more convoluted,
It
though,
sure
for the
does.
writers, because they got to think every pairing. They like, okay, all right, we got to okay. Historian, is this
all right, let's
incest?
see here. Let's up the family tree. A couple of branches here. Okay, we cleared Sam McCall out. Thank goodness, because she was just a tangled mess of genetics. Goodness, just Cassadine, Jerome. Goodness gracious. Just too much. And then also being the mother of a Corinthos baby, and then now also the mother of Morgan babies and the mother of Quartermain babies, and just too much. Ugh.
I know this is skipping around a little bit, but what did you think about what was Ava saying? She was saying that she did not kill Connie. I'm sorry, dear. Yes, you did.
Something, some sort of contrived legal excuse for getting away
Because
with it.
they showed her shoot Connie.
Well, yeah, she got
like
away
they
with it.
showed- I know, but but she said I didn't do it. That's what she said to Rick.
Because the court says that she didn't do it. That's a lie.
Yeah, because I've been exonerated.
Yeah. I didn't do
Well,
it. The court says I didn't do that, so I didn't
but
do it,
as-
okay, Rick?
But as for the audience, though, it's clear that she did.
But listen, I think that, I don't know, man. I don't know.
And the reason I'm only saying that because the way they shot it.
Yeah.
They shot it where she clearly shot him.
No,
or
yeah,
shot her
100%.
in
She
the
totally
chest,
killed her.
Close range.
Totally
Just
killed her.
like they clearly showed us Sonny killed Kate.
But the question from Rick was, how did it feel to push her out the window? Did it feel like when you killed Connie Falconeri? Like it's a known thing. So I'm not really sure.
Yes.
I don't understand.
And he was doing the same thing with her that Alexis was doing with Christina.
Exactly.
Putting her on the stand.
Pushing her up there, being like, so falling into these traps. Thank you very much, Michelle, for your contribution. Says a little toward getting a new computer. Thank you so much. That would be so helpful for me.
Thank you.
Thank you. I get what you're saying. I guess there's a little confusion there. Little muddied waters when it comes to some past infractions of one Ava Jerome. But hey, it was one scene.
Yeah, but I agree with you what you said, though. The reason why she says I didn't is because the court said she didn't.
Yeah, I didn't do it. I didn't do that. Let's see here. Still pissed that Robert left with Holly, says Kelly. He'll be back. They kept on saying that, and I think also the actors said too that come the new year, Robert and Holly will return, and I imagine they will return with an adventure.
Oh, I think they'll return with an adventure too, but I do think that Tristan's Rogers, a presence on the show is going to dwindle.
Oh yeah. When he comes back with Holly, this could be the last hurrah. as they
Mhm.
come back for some super fun big send-off adventure.
Yes.
Where the boat explodes once more. Holly and Robert, this time on it, but then you see them on the beach, far from
Hmm.
away, watching it all, holding hands and going like, "You ready to get out of here?"
Blinking on my tie.
Dink.
We pulled it off,
We
didn't we,
pulled it
Robert?
off, babe. We did, Robert. We did. Now we can be happy ever after on the run. Yes, that's exactly what it's gonna be. It's gonna be. Hey, Cheryl. Hello, moderator Cheryl, encouraging everybody to hit the like button. So go ahead and do that. Make Cheryl happy. Make me happy. Make us happy. Hit
Make
that
us
like button.
happy.
Subscribe too if you haven't. If you had a great time so far talking about GH, we're not done yet. But if you had a great time talking about GH so far, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So, yeah.
So another scene that I thought, because everything in the Quartermain house is just so fun to watch. I like Lois in Brooklyn too. But
Yes.
Mom, you can't keep your mouth shut.
Oh gosh, that was a great sequence, and it lasted, I think, 2 days of them talking about how Lois can't keep a secret. And of course, my favorite part of that, right, was Ned being like, "You can't keep a secret," and then Geo walks in from behind. "Hey, what's going on?" She's like, and then she kind of looks at him like, "Okay, Ned, yeah, I can't keep a secret," and then like walks off, right?
Uh-huh.
Like she says something like, she said, "I always do what I think is right."
Hmm.
After Geo walked in, and then
Yep.
she took off, and I'm like, oh,
Yep.
I love the tease. I think they're doing a great job with
Yep.
this. Honestly, I'm totally on board. I like how they're teasing it and playing it, but it's not the same scene every time.
Right.
We don't necessarily need Lois longingly looking at Geo doing anything anymore. We've done that twice. We don't need to do it a third time. But it's being brought up in different ways. They're hinting at it in different ways. I always do what I think is right. That was good.
I
was
loved
good.
it. I loved it. And I just, and I don't know if it's meant to come off this way, but I see it. I see a familiarity, a comfort, ease between Rena and Wally.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was nice to see them have a scene together.
Yeah.
You
And it
know,
seems to be,
listen, I
there
don't know what
doesn't
broke
seem
them
to
up. I
be
don't know if it was
any,
affairs or anything, but I guess it was contentious for a minute.
well, and they were married before. They have a child together,
Yeah,
they
but
have
then they split up.
Rena and Wally have a big history
And they
together.
hate each other.
And well, if they do, they sure are covering it up on the screen because I don't see no hate. I see two old friends kicking ass on screen together is what I see.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. You can't keep a
Mhm.
secret. Oh man, Ned's so good. Ned's good. Ned's good. I also like him also like berating Michael to a degree too. Like you would tell Jason. Why would you tell Jason? He's a hothead. And it just takes me back to when Jason did bump his noggin. Ned was right there. He's been there the whole time for the Jason adventure.
He's there the whole time.
From the
Yes.
night Jason bumped his. I think Jason's the one that found the crash, or Ned's the one that found the car.
Yes.
Like there was an accident out there. Jason, he bumped his head on this giant rock. He's gonna be changed forever. We need to get him to a doctor now.
I would love to ask Wally, and I don't think he would give a real honest answer because he would just have reverence for both camps. But I would love to know which one does he really love? Which one does he love playing the more? Does he love playing Justin more, or does he love playing Ned more? Which one just fills him up more?
He
And I just don't think he would give an honest
No,
answer.
he 100% would say that both characters offer him a way to do something different from one another.
Mhm.
Justin's da-da-da-da-da-da, while Ned's ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Right.
Da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Exactly. Exactly. Robert leaving with Holly was the exit from the show. He's officially retired, except for Queen of the South when he comes back in January.
Well, I think it's already been confirmed. He is indeed coming back.
He's
But I
coming.
think it's going to be
He's coming back for the real send off. This is
yeah.
Robert Scorpio. Okay, listen. So folks, as much as you want, not you, because you guys are great, but as much as the other folks who aren't as great want to be like, oh my gosh, there's so much disrespect, everybody hates everybody, there's no love in this cat. They're like, the departure of Sam has been incredibly well done and executed and far-reaching and impactful and well acted and well written and all of these great real love, respectful things have come across our screens for it. I really feel as though Robert Scorpio, who was given more time than 21 years to General Hospital, isn't going to just be like, here's looking at you, kid.
Get on the boat.
Like Casablanca is what they were pretty much doing there. Here's looking at you, kid, and then walking off with Holly. While him walking off with Holly might be the last thing we ever see of Robert Scorpio, him making that decision in one episode and then joining her in the airport, which is really just the parking lot of the studio, isn't what they're going to do to write off Robert Scorpio.
It's got to be bigger than that.
It's going to be much bigger than that, and I think that's going to be what I think that's what the beginning of 2025 is going to be about. Is a big adventure that's going to, Sasha, Cody, Mac, Felicia, Robert, Anna, all of these characters that are tied to him and he has been around for a long time are going to be heavily involved in. Laura. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I think, at least. I don't write for the show. I don't work for the show. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But that's what I think, and that's what I want, and that's what I hope for.
And if they could pull off, I mean, this is real hopeful thinking, but if they could pull off a cameo from Tony, that would be fabulous. Even if it's just a 15-second quick scene in a cafe like it was with he and Tracy. I would take it.
But he's ashes, Mama.
No, he's not. Maybe the last big caper could be is that Robert finds him alive.
It's Luke. He's alive. Got to go get him. He's in France. Here comes Frisco. Who's got him? It's me, Liesel Obrecht.
Now, you know how we said the accolades of how Elijah's came on?
Mm-hmm.
Isiah. Elijah. Yes. I want to call him the wrong thing all the time.
Well, don't do that. His name is Isiah.
Anyway. They could have I think they could have come in a little harder with Jonathan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought all his stuff with he played the cards too many times. He played cards with what's his bucket too many times.
Yes.
But I didn't think the whole prisoner thing was all that bad, even though he played cards a couple of hands too long.
Yeah.
I think what they've done with him since he came back home has been too wishy-washy, too woe is me. Oh crap. And and if they keep on writing him though, I want to leave, I want to leave, I want to leave, well then I'm gonna think he's, got a little Uncle Drew in him. Old turd.
So for me, I think that his best stuff outside of his scenes with Elizabeth came from his boxing with Sonny, the little bit that I actually saw from Friday, my bits and pieces from Friday. I think that what I saw in that is kind of the best stuff that I've seen from Lucky since his return to Port Charles after finding out that he can't. There was a dip. I know what you're talking about. There was a dip. Too many cards, but repetitive. That's what we get on GH sometimes. As we bide time, as schedules align, as we get the story here to align with the story there, so we can make it all. We get it. His stuff with Elizabeth's been enjoyable, but I'm a big Lucky and Liz fan, though, so I could just be very forgiving. Dip and everything else, though. He's barely on. When he's on, it's fine, but he's barely on it. Wishy-washy, but his best stuff has been with Sonny, because now I understand a little bit more. I think there was more oomph and pizzazz. I don't know if it was in the writing or the performances between the two of them, but I feel like I understand Lucky's perspective a little bit more on this, where he's yeah, what's up?
As far as him wanting to leave, wanting to flee, it's very Luke-like.
I think that's an intention, and I think that the I need to feel useful thing, is the best reason why they can give somebody to want to be moving around constantly. Because they don't recognize the use that they have emotionally in their family's life, or the use that they could have in being a father or a partner or somebody who stays in town to do in-town things.
Maybe he needs to go have a couple of sessions with his stepfather.
Listen, Lucky. You're important to these people. Yeah, they're important to me, but what am I doing for them? Like if I'm not actively doing, then I'm doing nothing. Is kind of his perspective.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe that's a Luke thing. You know, if I'm not constantly in motion, then I'm nothing.
Well, that is the way Luke was.
So hopefully he can get over that in some way. But I understand it a little bit better now. I understand now the obstacle that he has to overcome, other than I don't want to be here. Like I understand
But
now why.
I understand. Well, I understand it too because I know Luke's character so well.
Yeah.
But the biggest difference between Luke and Lucky are Lucky's a much better person.
Yes, he is.
He's just a much better human being than Luke was.
He is, and that's
even though they've got some very similar kind of mannerisms
mm-hmm.
and thought process.
Mm-hmm.
But it comes right down to it, though. But then you can actually explain that away very easily. Lucky had a loving parents that loved one another.
Mm-hmm.
They were always in some kind of danger, but their unit was tight.
Yeah.
They loved each other. They had each other's back. They could depend on one another. They could trust each other.
Yes.
Where Luke grew up in garbage.
Oh, yes. He accidentally killed his mama.
I mean, he grew up in garbage.
He did. It was not a great thing.
Sure. So Luke, but he was shown a path of all this where like he was shown he was shown, love and unity and
family and all that.
Yes.
So yeah, and that's gonna win out in the end. He's obviously going to decide to stick around town.
Yes, he is.
There's gonna be some sort of scene, some sort of heartfelt something. Maybe even Aiden gets in a little accident.
Maybe
something. He bumps his head. Nothing big. Breaks his arm. Something.
Maybe it could be smaller than that. It could be like him realizing the absence of Sam within her own children.
Mm-hmm. He can go to her funeral and be like, "Oh God,
I'm an ass."
Yeah, nobody's gonna show up like this. Look how heartbroken they are. Like my family's not gonna be.
Look what kind of legacy I could give them if I just stuck around.
Right. So maybe that'll have something to do with it. Maybe Laura will have something to say. Maybe Lulu will wake up and be like, "Oh, by the way, Lucky, if you leave, you're an ass. I just woke up, dude. What you gonna do? Go to Africa?" Listen, I don't know what's happened over the last 4 years. Okay, where's Dad, huh?
And I'm excited about. I want the character of Lulu to wake up anyway. I always have.
I think Alexa starts on Monday.
I love it. I love it. And of course, when we were talking about past Lulus, yes, I wanted Julie Berman to be in that bed.
Yes.
But Alexa B, if it has to be somebody else, I love the idea that it's her because I love Babe Chandler.
Yeah, and she did a little preview interview, I guess. I think with Soap Digest. That was released this week. Because I don't know if Lulu's waking up on Monday, but Alexa Havens' face will be shown on Monday.
I think that I don't think she'll wake up on Monday. I think they're going to make it a little more dramatic than that, where her vitals are going to be weird, and then she's going to, I saw her toe move, and that kind of
something.
Stuff.
Yeah, but Alexa Havens, maybe not her face then, but her big toe.
But I would love it. I would love that to be one of the reasons why Lucky stayed. Like, not necessarily because she said, "Well, aren't you an asshat?" But just that his voice triggered her to wake. Maybe his voice triggers her to wake, and that he sees just how much his presence makes a difference.
Has he gotten to see her yet? Have we seen?
He has, but they haven't had any scene where he's sitting there talking to her.
Got it.
They have not done that.
All right, let's do that then. I'm with it.
But I liked Laura this week too, telling her to wake your ass.
It's time to wake up. Sam died for you. You need to wake up. Come on.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, I felt so bad for Laura too, because of course, she's so elated that every report she gets from her daughter about her daughter is it was successful and she's improving, and we're seeing her organ function is almost normal and blah blah blah. But she's elated, but she kind of feels like I have to stifle that because of Sam.
Somewhat.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
how much of a jerk do I look like?
She can do it in private
Oh,
with
look,
Kevin.
my girl's gonna be okay. Oh, sorry, she's dead.
Oh, I'm so sorry this one died, but my girl's gonna be okay. I'm gonna go in private tell Kevin how excited I am. That's all I can do.
Which was perfect, actually.
Yes, that's all I can do.
I mean, certainly can't have a Dev dying Sonny.
Maybe look at some chocolate milk this time. That'd be a good treat. That chocolate milk since I was 12. Oh gosh, whatever Sonny's job that he's giving him is, Charlie. Ooh, Charlie also suggesting that. Well, you had mentioned it. I don't know if it was before we broadcast that he's going to start working for Sonny. Lucky is.
Well, he said that I think he's going to start working for Sonny, and yeah, he said he wanted a legitimate job, but I think it may start to be a legitimate job, but then something's going to happen, and then blah 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 and blah blah blah.
Now I'm a witness, Sonny. No.
I think that's what they should do with him.
Yeah.
They're obviously not going to make him a cop again. He already said that.
Nah, I'm not going to be a cop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go sleep on Elizabeth's couch. She's going to pay for everything.
Yeah. I mean, and he said to Sonny, too, how much his dad didn't like him being a cop.
Of course he wouldn't like that. Come on, you're a cop. I thought it was a surprise. Like, for me, like, I'm like, wow, Luke's kid became a cop, huh? Detective Lucas Lorenzo Jr.
I really want them to be a good scene with Lucky and Lulu, though. And I want him to say something like, come on, we're Cowboy and Cupcake. You have to wake up.
Something like that. Come on, Cupcake. Dad? No. Lucky? Yeah. Sorry. My bad. What's going on? Hey, you're awake. All right, hey. Somebody get in here. Elizabeth. By the way, sorry, you're not going to see Dad. You're going to see Mom, though. Come on. I don't think they're expecting Lulu to wake up just because she got the liver transplant. That was just to keep her alive. No. They just want her to wake up now. Or at least Laura mentioned it.
Yes.
Yes. Let's see. Lucky yelled at
I think that Laura was, telling Lulu that because of Sam's death. Please, baby, don't make it in vain.
Yeah. She totally mentioned that. Mentioned
baby,
that.
don't make it in vain. Wake up.
So if you find Valentine, it will not be good for Anna. What does that mean and why? Why wouldn't it be good for Anna? And like, what is what's Valentine? So he's working for the WSB. What's he doing?
Well, might not be good for Anna because Anna let his butt go. She let him escape.
It could be that simple.
If
He comes back to town, then Anna's in big trouble. But yeah, so Brennan is hiding him, or he's working for the WSB. He's doing something though. He's doing something. And that also means, though, that they reached out and they called James Patrick Stewart and they said, hey, you want to come back? And he said yes. And so they're writing him back. Come on, Valentine, come on back, even if it's for 2 weeks.
I don't think he'll be back forever either.
Even if it's for 2 weeks, I would like to see him again.
I would love it.
I like Valentine.
I like Valentine, too.
And it's good to give the character a rest, too, because he's been on and he's been around. He's dated a lot of people. And he's had a lot of romance. He's had a lot of drama. So it's good to give a character like Valentine a little bit of a break. Sprinkle him in here and there.
Things that it's gone past, so much time has passed now, it doesn't hardly matter, but I still want to know who shot Franco.
Yeah.
And I still want to know who bought Cassadine Island.
Oh my God, right? Yeah, those are just a couple of threads just dangling. Hopefully Mason bought Cassadine Island. How about that? I shot my cousin and I bought the island. Huh? Huh? Huh?
I I want there to be some kind of stupid amendment will that they find. Yeah, the Spoon Island belongs to Lucky. You know how remember how Helena gave them the haunted star?
Yes.
Well,
I just had a flash in my brain, Ma. I don't know. Oh gosh, it was a preview. I don't know if it was a preview for Friday or a preview for Monday. So if it was a preview for Friday, then this didn't happen. But if it was a preview for Monday, then it might. But it was Lucky, and I think he was in Bobby's. And then he goes, "Am I supposed to know you?" Did that happen on Friday?
I don't remember.
Because if it didn't happen on Friday, then it could be happening in the next week. If it happens in the next week, I think that's when he has a scene with Cyrus. Who
Oh,
else would he
it's
say
gonna
that
be
to? Like
good.
Cyrus comes up, he's like, "Hey, I'm Cyrus. Am I supposed to know you? Huh? Huh?" Oh gosh, I hope that's the case because I want to see Cyrus and Lucky together.
Yeah,
That maybe
I
that's
would
when they could
love to
start really
see.
questioning because Sam's funeral, so that means they've done the autopsy, which means they need to do the science of the autopsy to find out that she had this, that, or the other inside of her blood, right? And so
Hmm.
if we have a scene with Lucky and Cyrus in which he gets the creeps from Cyrus, who's like, he starts to question this whole Cyrus thing, right?
Hmm.
Then that and then that from A, and then that from B starts C, which is the story, and it all makes sense. So I want to see it.
No,
You
Laura should have been
following?
already warning him.
You following me, Ma?
I do. I think Laura should be warning Lucky. You see an old fool with a tiny ponytail, you run, baby.
Mason couldn't have shot Austin. He was in the Hooskouse in this, but also Heather was the hook. So, so we got wiggle room there. I think I do.
Good stuff, all of it.
No, it will happen on Monday, says Michelle. Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
I really hope it's Lucky and Cyrus because I do want to see that. I do.
Hmm.
I do because I'm a big Cyrus fan. What can I say? What can I say? I'm unabashed. I'm an unapologetic Cyrus for no fan. He can do so many things wrong, and I'm always going to forgive him.
He's so fun to watch.
He's
That's
great.
why.
He's just enjoyable to me. And so thank you also very much, Jeff Kober, for coming and hanging out with us on the show, on the channel here. So go watch that
Yeah.
video.
I was thinking about that this morning. Boy, we need another GH guest.
We do. I also need to follow up with those days connections. Just so busy.
I know
Just set
you did.
reminders. I gotta set reminders. You know what I'm busy with though? Freaking driving. If I could like drive and like also be like, "Hey, do you want to be on the show?" but like not crash. Like that would be great.
Have to get a car like your sister's.
There's so much traffic, Ma, that would actually really work out. Like
Well,
I would feel so safe in an auto driving car that's only going 5 to 15 miles per hour.
well, the thing is though, with like your sister's car, you have to have one. Her
That's
car
okay.
does self-drive. Her
I
car does
can
self-drive.
I
You
can
have
keep
to have one hand on the steering wheel.
That's fine. I can keep one hand on the steering wheel
It
and
will
then
disable
text over
itself
here.
if you don't.
Text.
And I'm telling you guys, if you got, it's almost over now.
Hmm.
Almost over now. But Elon Musk had some kind of celebration a couple of weeks ago where he made everybody's car. It starts with a T. Self-driving for 30 days for free.
Nah. That guy. Oh
He did.
man. Oh, to
He
have
did.
just unlimited
So
funds and
I'm
live in that world.
saying when you're next to one of those cars with a T, and in California, they're everywhere. In California, we got a ton of them cars.
Yeah.
They might be self-driving.
Mm-hmm.
Careful.
Mm-hmm. 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 She could open her eyes and be catatonic and locked in her body. Holy smokes.
Like her mom was?
What a terrible way of coming back into the world.
Put her in a rocking chair.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no. Oh no. Cheryl also suggests that maybe Sam will visit Lulu in the afterlife and be like, "Listen, you can't die. Go back. Wake up. Wake up." Because here's the thing. You know how when somebody films there is done, right? Then there's all the publications and the articles and the Sam McCall has filmed her and there's no more and blah blah blah. The only thing that I have seen on the internet that would be considered a statement on we are no longer seeing Sam McCall is the Instagram video that went up of her holding some flowers after she filmed pretty much her being done lying in the bed. And she's like, "Thank you so much for 24 years of being on this lot," because of poor Charles. You'll see me again, and it was emotional, but also heartfelt, and yada yada. And everybody gave her a big round of applause, and thank you so much. But there was no Soap Digest article posting of you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. There, and that has a sense of finality on it.
Yeah, like when somebody films, like when they let go of Stefan on Days. They threw him in the trunk. That's the last he's seen of Brandon Barash. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we haven't had that yet for Kelly Monaco. So I don't know if that means anything.
Actually, I love that idea. I hope they do that. I love that idea. Oh yeah, I love that idea. They could make them. It could be written and filmed so beautifully, kind of like a heaven kind of scene.
Yeah.
Both of them in flowing white, looking angelic.
Yeah. So
and Sam telling her to wake
So I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm just saying that the only thing that I can think of that there might be a secret little sprinkle of Sam one more time is the fact that we haven't seen that sea of articles.
And I would love it if Sam tells her to open your eyes in grace and don't worry about me. Open your eyes.
It's going to be worried about you.
Because she died for nothing.
I've been in a coma. I've got no idea what's happening. Nah, it's her spirit. Of course she would know what's happening. Goodness. I do like the Sam Lulu idea, says Lara. See, there's a lot of steam in there from the chat. They seem to like that idea. Well, good job, Cheryl. And also Dan for inspiring Cheryl to remind us of what she contributed to the chat a couple of weeks ago. Oh, goodness. That's good. That's good. I think you mean Austin.
Well, I really enjoyed General Hospital this week. I loved every scene in the Q mansion. I did. I liked a lot of the conversations they had. I liked, there was a lot of two people at a table kind of stuff this week.
Yeah. It's very enjoyable. It's very enjoyable. And yeah, you're right. Not a lot of just two people at a table. You're totally right. We'll say, I want to see more of pretty much everything that we saw this week. I can't think of anything that I'm like, ugh, even in my not so passionate appraisal of the Kai and Trina introduction, right. I'm still giving it time. There was more to it in day 2 than there was on day 1 for me.
Well then, and the 10th floor, we are so forgiving. We are 100% forgiving of our shows.
Here for the dang ride.
We are.
I'm fine with it. Just that's all. It's a sitcom. That's all. Oops. Oopsie doodles. Oh, I just spilled my water on you. I'm so sorry. Who is that man? Everybody knows who Kai is. I don't know who Kai is. I just don't know nobody. I don't follow no sports teams.
Who Kai is. He's a superstar.
Everybody knows. Even I know, and I'm a doctor. He's dope. I don't know who he is. Like sitcom. Yep. That's all.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with a sitcom. No, I grew up on sitcoms. You know how many episodes of Full House I watched? Family Matters, Perfect Strangers.
About as much Brady Bunch I did. Yes.
Come on, Perfect Larry and Balky. Come on, everybody. Right. Perfect Strangers.
All of it.
Better than that. Perfect. And then Windy City of Chicago. All right. Balky from wherever. Larry from here. What an odd couple, huh? That's another sitcom.
Yep.
Hey, did you know that The Conners is ending?
I did.
Yeah. They're wrapping it up.
Its final season.
Yeah, and I guess it's going to be like a big 6-episode finale.
Well,
like a big old arc or something that just sends off the Conners into the future, or whatever.
I love that.
Yeah. So hey, look forward to that if you're a big fan of the Conners, folks, on ABC. The Roseanne was it was a big part of my upbringing as well. So That's why I mentioned that.
I tried to channel her there for a little
That was
while.
a sit. I mean, no, just a little while, not recently.
Not
Not
recently, no.
recently.
Not
But
recently.
back then,
She's batshit crazy, that woman.
ooh, goodness gracious, just guano for brains. All right.
Right? Right.
Oh my gosh. Oh goodness gracious. Where will the kids go? Asked Medora. Into whoever is going to own the house next. But for right now, in Monica's house, because Alan gave it to her.
I actually think that they should stay right where they're at.
Hanging out with Dante in the penthouse.
No, I think they should stay in the Q house.
Well, we'll see what Sam wants as they read her will.
Because Jason can stay there or not stay there as much as he wants, and so can Dante as much as he wants.
Yes.
Plus, there's staff there to help. Plus, there's relatives there to love on each other. Those kids need to stay right down there at Q Mansion, and it's big enough. It's not like
There's live boxing in the living room. All right, you gotta love that. Okay. There's Maury Povich being played out in the kitchen.
Yes.
You are the mother. Okay. Okay. You can't get any better at the Q house. All right. There's affairs happening over near the boathouse and sometimes in the nursery. Okay. We'll call that Desperate Housewives live on the Q Mansion. Okay. Not only that, we've got Port Charles 90210 being played out in the above the garage attic that Jocelyn and Trina live in. Soon,
Yes,
Kai will be coming by, walking up into the window like Sam from Clarissa Explains It All. Just whoosh, there's a ladder, climbs up. Hey, Sam, but hey, Kai. You know, we're gonna start playing into that a little bit. Just having some fun with the youngins. And then let's also not forget a very special Degrassi as Leo gets a little older and has to deal with teenage bullying while being on the spectrum. So stay tuned for that on General Hospital, folks.
Oh yeah, and then we got Degrassi as well. We got a little Degrassi as well with Aiden, becoming confident in his
Yeah, in his adolescence, and then on top of that as well, we got Law and Order, with a little bit of Mission Impossible.
Oh. I love the way Diane handled Robin.
Oh gosh, she's so heartbroken, but also that is the best way for them to have done it.
Yes, it was so good.
From like a characterization of Diane's standpoint, and also from just a way to pass the ball easily from like a Diane and Robert pairing to a Robert and Holly pairing, to have Diane be like, you love her more than me, like to be the one to be like, just go to her, Robert, go to her.
I deserve someone that looks at me like you look at Holly.
Yeah. There's no doubt that you like me. I'm not going to say love. There was no love. We didn't see much love. But, and there's no doubt that you have feelings for me. You care about my future and happiness and my health. I understand that. But Holly's the lady for you. There was no better way to do that. And honestly, I liked it. At the end of it, even though I chuckled a little bit at the fact that this was filmed in the parking lot. Even though with the mist. Even though all of that, I loved the little Casablanca thing. Like, honestly, I did.
Too.
And then it went in like sepia tone or whatever it is they were walking away to. Like, I didn't hate it at all.
I didn't hate it either.
Robert, I'm going to go with you.
I didn't hate it at all.
Ugh.
And I also loved the scene between Diane and Alexis where Diane was just such good friends, and Alexis just hanging on to her arm and leaning into her.
Mm-hmm.
It was lovely. I loved it. But Diane's my favorite female on the show anyway.
Yes, you love her just her ability to tell somebody off. Cinda says that Robert didn't even give 2 weeks notice of the office. He dropped everything. They mentioned that he's going on leave. Mm-hmm. Somebody mentioned that.
But yeah, it's very interesting though that you could have such a important, high profile position and then be able to go, I'm done. It's like, you're turning off the air. You're turning off the fryer at McDonald's. No, it's a little more than that.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. Let's see. Sam's penthouse is really Jason's penthouse. I think that Sam got it in the divorce.
Yes, Jason gave her that penthouse. I mean, he didn't like, it's not like, okay, separation of property.
Mm-hmm.
No, Jason was like, here,
Mm-hmm. Just live
kind of
here.
like he was with Elizabeth in her house.
Mm-hmm.
Here,
Just keep living here. I don't want to deal with the house. Just, I
yeah.
have enough money. I'm just going to get another one. I don't have
Baby
emotional
mamas need
attachment.
a house. Baby mama needs a house.
Yeah, I have no emotional attachment to baby mama house. Baby mama loves baby mama house. Baby mama stay in baby mama house. Yes, I go
Yeah.
find tiny apartment. I need nothing. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. And
Jason,
yes,
Robo Brain.
I mean, maybe Sam's will say Jason gets a penthouse back.
And it get boned, Dante. Go figure it out, meat. You know. Oh
And
no.
the way it was before, Jason lived in this, in one, he would have a penthouse and Sonny was across the hall in his penthouse. That's what it used to be.
Is that still the case? Like, did Sam live across the hall from Sonny?
Well, Sonny bought the big house with he and Carly,
But he's not living there anymore. He lives in
but
his
he
apartment
never,
now.
it was, the penthouse never went away. He just still owned it.
Right,
It
right.
just
No, I'm
happened to
saying
be,
right now, because Sonny lives in a pit house.
yes,
So is it across the hall from
they're
where
supposed to
Sam?
be, yes.
Oh my! I didn't know that.
If I think I'm correct. The way it used to be, the penthouses were down across from
It
each
might
other.
not be the
They
case
still should be,
anymore,
but
but
they
it
don't see
once
that.
was.
But we used to see dual doors.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah.
years ago,
I'm not sure
you would see
I'm not sure we're
entrances.
seeing that anymore. I'm not
No,
sure they have placed them next to each other any longer. Because
no.
conceivably, because Jax moved in next door to Sunny. Like they made a big deal about Jax moving in next door to Sunny,
Which
and that
is
is now the house that the Ashfords live in.
that's the Ashford's house.
So
It was
now,
Connie's house. It was
mhm,
Jack's house, and then it became the Ashford's
right.
house
So this has
next
been
door to Sonny.
placed next door to Sunny. So that means that the Ashfords and Carly are neighbors.
Yes,
Like they share a fence, neighbors.
yes. There probably is several feet between the fence and the house,
But they share a
yard
property line.
or yards between the fence and the house. Not like track housing.
Cheryl says that you're right, and they're in the same building. So they're at least they're in the same building. We'll say, you know, 8th floor penthouse, 9th floor penthouse.
But the decor is very different.
Yes.
Sunny's house is dark.
Mm-hmm. With statue arts.
Yes.
And that alcove where the statue and the paintings are grows or shrinks depending on what they're filming for the day.
Yes, it's very interesting. It's interesting when you go there.
Oh my goodness! And then was that statue like that badger or something?
Mm-hmm.
Is that in there?
Yep.
Oh goodness gracious! Oh goodness, set design, General Hospital, such fun. What an enjoyable experience. I look forward to Sam's funerals next week, so we're going to put all of that immediate heart-crushing grief to bed. We're going to revisit it a little bit, and
That's
then put it
another
away.
reason why. That's another reason why I don't think that we're going to see a whole lot of Lulu with open eyes next week, because they're going to
Yeah.
focus more on Sam.
Yeah, but
And
I also don't think
that,
we've already had 3 weeks of like reaction, 2 weeks or whatever, a reaction to Sam's death with a lot of tears and a lot of reflection and memories from Jason and a montage and which means we're not going to have a 2 or 3 day funeral for Sam. Maybe it'll be 2,
probably 2.
but likely not the entire week.
No, but I think there's going to be some will reading in that week as well.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much for your contribution, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, thank you, Dan. Dan, the donating.
Anybody can. Dan can.
Dan Can, the donating man. Thank you so much, Dan. Unless that's short for Danielle, so Dan, the donation gal. I still think she'll be catatonic. Maybe she will just wiggle her toe, like you said, Ma.
Well, if they make her catatonic, I'm not going to be happy about that. I want Lou to wake up and be awake.
She's got to be Catherine-atonic, okay? Not catatonic. I think that's it, Ma. That's for me. I'm gonna go on the elevator. You want to keep hanging out with these folks? You could just
Yeah, I think I'll
scream
get on the
randomly as you pretend.
Actually, I got some stuff going on today.
Oh yeah.
I'm making a dinner for your brother
Yes.
because his birthday is Tuesday.
That's right. It is.
His birthday's Tuesday.
Does he want V-Bucks?
No. I bet you what he wants, which he's going to get shortly, is to be able to move the hell out of here.
Yes. Into his luxurious mansion.
And the house is almost done. So
his palatial estate that he's worked so hard to earn.
Yeah, and at Christmas time, you get to see it.
Or do I?
You bring your butt home, Ron will paddle your ass.
You can't reach me all the way here, Mom.
That's right.
I'm not going to unlock the door. All right, folks, get on the elevator. Get on the elevator. Prepare. Do your Thanksgiving shopping now. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, start buying your ingredients today.
Boy, ain't that ain't no joke, because I've been out the marketplace the last couple of days, and it's a cuckoo madhouse out there.
So do it earlier rather than later. Be prepared for the big feast if you so choose to participate in that particular American holiday event. Kelly, I just want you to eat real good next Thursday or Thursday after that or whenever it is. 2 Thursdays from now.
Short.
2 Thursdays, not
about
this one.
10 days away.
Yeah. So, Kelly, I just want you to feast on that day, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else, if you're in the United States and you choose to celebrate, enjoy yourselves.
So I need to get off of here in a little bit and make a cake.
Oh, I'm going to get off of here and eat leftover spaghetti and meatballs.
Because we're going to have a celebrate your brother's birthday today.
Oh, today.
Tuesday. Opposed to Tuesday, because Tuesday's going to be at work and you're going to be gone forever and the kids have school and everything. Today makes more sense.
Well, then you guys have a great time doing that. Party Reno. So that means all the kids are going to be in the house in a bit.
But your sister's not coming.
Drama. Drama. You heard it here, folks, on the 10th floor, folks. Big major drama between my brother and sister. I wonder how this is going to unfold, as my sister has refused wholeheartedly to come celebrate his birthday with the rest of the family. Huh.
No, none of that.
All right, folks, get on the elevator. Go back down to the first floor. We're getting out of here. We're going to get into the parking garage, and we don't have to worry about no Sidwell, so long as you don't have any sparkling diamonds in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Get into your cars. Tune your radios to previous episodes of the 10th floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you can't find it on your favorite podcasting platform, you can reach out to us on Twitter at 10th floor GH, and I will point you in the right direction. While you're there, give us a little bit of a follow so you can join the soap conversation all week long. You can also follow us on Instagram as well. You can find us on Facebook, which I do absolutely nothing with, really. But we're there.
It's fine when someone else says something there.
We exist. We exist. Oh gosh. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Like the video, please do. Again, you can leave a little donation just like other people did, using the super chat, the super thanks function. And that's it. Go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And we'll see you next week right here on the 10th floor. Goodbye.